This is Pat Walker, Mission Winners, making a video for everybody. There's a lot of profound quotes out there that I've read through the years and pondered. One of the quotes that many of you have heard is, time is our greatest asset. I'll say it again. Time is our greatest asset. And folks, from a truly pragmatic perspective, I don't agree with that quote. I don't agree with that thought. Why? We all have the same amount of time. Nobody has more time than you. Nobody has less time than you. We all have the same amount of time. But what makes people better than others? It's how we use our time. I can't stress that enough. We all have 24 hours a day. Nobody has any more. How do you use your time? That's why at Mission Winners we like to systematize, organize, use our time wisely. So I'm going to show you something here that will really help you. This is for everybody. In a matter of, literally, once you hone this skill, in a matter of a minute, you will know more than most. Just doing this routine, using your time. The S&P 500, this is a daily chart, rallied up and then fell. People say that's a good bar. It gapped up and it actually closed below where it opened on a pickup in volume. There's a little bit of selling on that bar. A little bit more selling here, it gapped down. A little bit heavier selling here. You see the volume pickup? It's not panic selling, but they're selling in the chart. This is a daily chart. This is the 50-day, the 20-day exponential, and the 8-period exponential. And to clarify, that's the 50-day simple. So what does that tell you? It's simple. There's a little bit of selling going on here. This is the daily chart. Here's the weekly. And I'll refresh this to make sure that it's right. And it is. And I'm going to enlarge it a bit. Rallied up, and it fell. Went up on 306 million, fell on 301 million. A little bit of selling there. Not a panic on the S&P 500, but a little bit of selling on the weekly. Go to the daily and you see heavier selling. And what don't we want to see? We would prefer this not to lose the 21 EMA. We definitely don't want to lose in the 50-day. That's the spiders. SSO, similar situation. But one thing that's interesting here, see the selling on this bar? Look at the leveraged one. Look at the heavier selling. This is the daily. This is the weekly. Reversal bar on heavier volume. So now we've got two different major ETFs related to the S&P 500 showing a little bit of weakness. It's not bad. It's not the end of the world, but it's something to be aware of. Take it a step further, do QQQ. By the way, did you see where this hit highs? This hit highs on the same day and fell. But notice the selling volume here. You've got some selling volume here too, don't you, on the NASDAQ 100. This is the daily. Here's the weekly. I'll refresh this to make sure it's right. And it ran up and reversed down on a pickup in volume. The trend is still up, right? The trend is still up, but it does show that there is some selling on the weekly and the daily. You combine that knowledge with the price action of many leading stocks, and it tells you, and it's told us, to be a little cautious. No panic, just watching and acting accordingly. It works. There's the QLD, selling there, as you can see. Here's the weekly, heavier selling there. On the daily, the trend is still up, but there's some selling. And again, you combine that with the action of a lot of maxlist stocks and how it has gotten weaker the last couple of weeks. What's it led? Be cautious, which is why we've backed off on buying. And we really backed off on buying a week ago, and very little buying, if any at all, this week. Just very low. Let the action guide you. You don't have to forecast. Let's continue further. IWM. This is a daily chart. I just want to show you. This is daily. This is daily. Apples to apples. Look at that. Small caps. What has it been telling you for a while? I'm going to show again. This is QLD, the NASDAQ 100. This is IWM, small cap. What's it telling you? And what has it been saying? Stay away. Stay away. And we have. We've avoided them. And it's not that, oh, we're so great and brilliant. No, the chart's telling you what to do. Here's the weekly. Here's the monthly. There's the weekly. Big tops. And I'll refresh this. What do you see here? Weekly chart. I see some selling bars on heavier volume pickups. See this? This is IWM. This is QLD. What do you see? More green or red? Saw some red here and then quite a bit of green. Here's IWM. I see a ton of red all across here. So you can say, with that knowledge, the last couple of months, what has it told you? And what have we done? We've stayed away from a lot of the small cap stocks. They're underperforming. It's that simple. There we go. TNA. Look at this. Look at these selling pockets here, folks. It's telling you, stay away. This animal's approaching the 200-day. Here's the weekly. And I'll refresh this to make sure that it's right. You got some selling in here. IWM, hanging in. TNA, a little bit weaker. Now let's take it a step further. Let's look at the mid cap. Daily. Look at this. It's below the 50-day and it's fallen. The 50-day is falling. What does that tell you? Mid cap, not a great place to be, folks, and it hasn't been. See this? Here's the weekly. Some selling in here. It's lost. It's just going sideways. There's no power there. So in a matter of minutes, what has this told us? Ready? Watch. Spiders. Trend is still up, but it's starting to get a little weaker. QQQ. Trend is still up, but it's exhibited some weakness this last couple of weeks. And you combine it with the price action of the leading stocks, told you to be careful. Small caps, stay away. Mid cap, and stay away for a while. Mid cap, stay away. There you go, done. And then we'll round it out with this. This one right here. This one owns a lot of, it's thinner. This focuses on a lot of the max list stocks. Gotten a little choppier, hasn't it? Here's the weekly. There you go. So now watch this. You ready? So what's our routine emission winners? We can look at the daily and look at the leveraged if you want. Here we go. This is what I do every day, a couple of times a day, and share it with the VIPs just to show them. The trend is still up. Lost a little bit of power. Going to do it again. Trend is still up. A little bit of selling into the close. SSO, a little bit of selling into the close. Gap down here. A little bit of selling, still above the 21. Trend is still up. NASDAQ comp, trend is still up, but there's some selling coming on it. Got to be a little careful. QLD, trend is still up, but there's some selling going on here. Got to be a little bit careful. Stay away. Stay away. Stay away. Be careful. Done. How long did that whole process take? I think that took 11 seconds. Noticed also, I'm just looking at the daily charts and then glancing at the weekly to frame things up on a bigger picture. In a matter of seconds, you know more than most. This is what we do. Systematize. We all have, again, the same amount of time. It's the greatest asset? No, it's how you use the time. And this is why we use it properly. Systematize. You combine this with the action of a lot of the max list stocks, and what's it telling you? Be cautious. That's why we've done, as I stated, very, very little buying and a lot of selling. Locking in profits, limiting losses if we have them. Keep losses extremely small, folks. I'll share this with you, and then I'll stop. A clean and simple entry gives you a clean and simple exit for a much smaller loss. Case in point, Amazon, buy right there. Did we? Yeah, and I can document it. See that clean and simple shelf? That's called allergies. See that clean and simple shelf? Say, gosh, I guess if it takes out the tops of these bars with good volume, we should buy some. Oh, gee whiz, it did. And what were we doing? We're buying there. Quiet bar, goes up, quiet, goes up on a pickup in volume, and from here, 3,300 up to over 3,700, almost 3,800. There you go. Now, am I going to tell you that we sold at the top? No. But when it rallied up and started to reverse down, it gapped down, rallies up, starts to reverse on a volume pickup. Yeah, we're selling. We sold into strength several different times. There you go. It's simple. Don't overthink it. Anyway, this video is for everybody. Talking from a bigger picture, the effective use of time.
Thank you for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit like. Maybe hit that subscribe button. We come up with new content nearly every day. Also, check out the videos on the right. YouTube recommends the one on the top, and the bottom one is something we thought you might enjoy. See you next time.